Hey, you guys, and happy Tuesday. Last Tuesday was the happiest Tuesday of all. It was t-shirt making day, but today is also a happy day because it is devotional writing day. So I know was it a week or so ago, we came on live and I was just kind of throwing around the idea of making a devotional. I wasn't quite ready for summer to be started yet, and I didn't want to turn into like the dog days of summer, and I didn't want to just quit teaching the kids when I know we have been through the craziest teaching time we have ever had. Being involved in their schooling has made me a lot more aware of what they are learning. It's forced me to be a lot more involved in what they do in their education. And I feel both privileged and overwhelmed, and realizing like I am responsible for my kids' education. It's not enough and it's not okay just to send them off to school and just think that it's all going to get taken care of, but it's our job as parents to be involved with these kids and for them and to know what they're learning and growing. So I am so grateful. Our kids have the most amazing school, and I love what they're learning, and I love what has happened to our family this year. I also know there's a lot of schools that aren't quite finished with school yet. Our school is officially over on Friday is our last day, and I know that's the case with a lot of the schools in Virginia. Now we have friends in New York State and family there that, as far as they know, they could be going all the way up until June 22nd, which is a little later start over there too. Like up there they start on the Wednesday after Labor Day, and we are starting like beginning or middle of August. So it is a little bit different, but I basically put a challenge out to myself thinking like, I don't want the kids to be done with school. Like I'm okay with slower days and not having to report to teachers and sending in work, and I'm going to be so glad for that. But it kind of spurred me on to come up with something for my own kids and to come up with conversation. And I know I'm the one responsible for what they learn, and that's a huge responsibility when you think about it. Like I don't want to screw that up, and I don't want them to be done with school for the summer, because we have basically been home for, it'll be 5 and 6 months. Like we came home the middle of March. By the time they start school in August, if you do the math, that is just too much time for them to be home and not have a little bit of something. So I'm talking like 15 minutes a day, or activities that, if the girls want to color more or somebody wants to write a super long letter and go gung-ho, then fine, they can spend more time on it. But it's just designed to have like an easy breakfast conversation around the table. But so anyway, I have been working on it, and it is going to be finished this week. Like I plan on sharing it with you all next week. Maybe even a little bit sooner, but I don't want to say that out loud. So I'm just kind of wondering if you want a sneak peek of what I've made so far, but I'm going to show you anyways. So this is what we've designed so far, and it's literally called Raising Generals: How to Train the Smallest of God's Children into the Greatest of These. Thanks, Mary, you're the best. So we have already designed it. Now, mind you, this is a draft, so don't hold me to this. It's got, its own contents page, and we'll have everything filled in here. So it's 6 weeks of devotional material for your kids and your family. There'll be an entire study printable for parents to just print off, and it'll have all the information that they need. We will also have a kids printable, where you just multiply that depending on how many kids you have or want to pass this out to. It's going to be completely free. I'm just sharing with you what I did with my kids. So here's an example of the devotional. So the parent copy, they get all the days. It tells you which day. And I don't have a draft of the kids copy yet, but it'll be copied and pasted basically like that. So you guys just print those off, and every day the kids will have a separate page, and they get to work on that. And like I said, they can spend as much time or as little time on it as they want to. And I'm just really excited to be putting that into motion. Like I said, our school is over on Friday, and they have nothing on starting, well, Saturday, Sunday. We'll give them the weekend, but Monday they have nothing. So I'm going to have a little schedule for them, and we'll be able to keep on doing, adding devotionals in there. I'm going to push them a little bit to practice their music and do their chores, and we'll have tons of free time still. We're actually looking into a program. I'll show you, or I'll talk about that another time if you guys are interested. Learningourhistory.com. We signed up for that. I'm planning on it for the summer. That is $9.99 a month, and it's cartoons of all the history that we haven't really covered. And I know my 10-year-old is like a history buff, and I think instead of them just binging on Netflix and I'm not always sure exactly what they're watching, or as soon as I think it's a good show, then something else happens and comes up, or they put something in there that I just don't like. Always having to watch that and police that. So I super love the idea of having a safe website for my kids to almost binge watch on history. So Shiloh watched an episode yesterday, a couple episodes, and one of them even had information about 9/11, and I forget the other one, but it was really amazing, and he lit up about it. And he is not very easy to please at his preteen Star Wars, loving all the Lego humor phase. So I was really happy to hear that he loved that program, and I'm sure we'll keep it through the summer. So I'm just trying to put a few things in there that make our kids have to do something that's good for them. But the idea behind the devotional was really to make a conversation between me and my kids. And I don't know about you, but when we have free time at home, it's great for a minute, but then we end up bickering or arguing or fighting, or if we don't have good conversation fuel starters in there, it can go really south really fast. And that's even when the kids are left alone more than, when they're with us. But I kind of more wanted conversation prompts. And so I was able to design the devotional in a way that asks a lot of questions. And you can ask as many or as little as you want, but once you read the verses and just chat about it, you can do that over your coffee, and then they can do their little worksheet, and you can sit with them or just let them do that part by themselves. But I am really excited about where we're headed with that, and I am super excited. We're going to have it done this week. So you'll end up with 6 weeks of the downloadable pages, and there'll be at least 5 for each day, and then there's the parent guide there. So that can go straight to your inbox. I have a sign-up list. Again, it's totally free. I'm just sharing with you what I'm making for my kids. So I'll put that landing page on there, and you can just put your email address in, and it'll just tag you. So when we send out the devotional, it'll be right there in your inbox, and you can print it out, you can download it, you can print it off as many times as you want. And again, we'll have that other set just for your kids. So I know some people only have 1 or 2 kids, and then they're just going to print the one copy for for the parent, and then it'll have something in there for the kids. But some of us have 3, 4, 5 kids at home, so you'll have a separate download as well that you can just print off exactly what your kids are going to need, so you won't be wasting paper or anything like that. So I'm totally listening for your feedback, but basically that's what's happening in our home for the summer. So I just thought I would share it with you and try it out and see what happens. I will warn you, I was blogging last night and this morning. I just meant to blog a little bit about the adventure Bible that my kids use, the little boys, and why I liked it and what happened. I ended up talking about a lot of stuff about our foster care adventure that I kind of forgot, not really, but was all in there, and what happened to get us to where we were. I had a couple photos that I pulled up and all the memories that came up with that. I did bring one of the Bibles with me. So this is what I blogged about, the Kids Adventure Bible. So this is what we got our little ones. And the story in the blog is telling you how our little buddy, now Liam, I still can't believe I can say that out loud in public, but we can. And when he first came, he didn't have his own Bible, so it tells all about the story there. As you can see, this poor little thing, it kind of goes against everything in me to, hurt your Bible, but I guess the pages are wearing because it's been loved. It's even got like his little drawings in there. He said I could borrow it for the Facebook Live. So there's some really cute pictures of the boys in there too on the blog that talks about our story. So there is a link on there too. So if you are getting ready for your kids to do this devotional and maybe you don't have a Bible for your kids, these are $15-ish online. So there's a link on there and you can order them. No pressure or anything like that. I will let you know it's an affiliate link. So what that means is if you click through there and you order from there, I would get an affiliate commission off of that. It's really small. It does make a difference after a while, but it's no extra cost to you. I just put that on there so you can literally have a direct click through to to buy one if you need one, buy two if you need to, whatever, for your kids. Because as you're doing the devotional every day, there's scriptures that go along with it, usually just one or two, but you'll want your kids to be diving in themselves because the whole conversation that comes along with it really has to do with whatever the verses you're working on. So it's a really great way to be able to talk with your kids. This, again, is the parent version. This is not the kids' version. We're going to just take that piece right there and put it on a worksheet for the kids so they can follow along as you're working with them and talking with them. So I think that's all for today. I did just want to share, what's going on in our home. I am a huge advocate of slowing down for the summer, and I do love not having to do so many things. This is sliding into summer like we never have before because life as we know it has been changed already for 2 months, more than, 8 weeks, wherever we're at. It's already so different. So I want to call summer what it is for us. Our kids are done with their work on Friday. So I think of all my friends and family that are down here that are going to be done with schoolwork too. And if that's not your thing and you just don't want to do anything, no condemnation here. I totally get it. I know for my kids, there are 4 of them under the age of 10 right now, plus my teenagers. So, and the little ones have already been through enough trauma. Not only were they just adopted, 2 of them were adopted February 4th. So not even a month and a half later, their whole world changed upside down again. And all of a sudden, they're not going to school and their life is completely turned upside down. And that sent us on some triggers all over again. Maybe all of us, not just all of us, I think. But it was especially hard on them because the last time that happened to them, their world was crashing down. Something fierce. So all that to say, as a mom and as now like part teacher for a few months, I just realized the responsibility all over again that as a parent, like you get one shot at this. And if I spend 15 minutes-ish a day once in a while hanging out with my kids and talking with them a little bit about what the Word of God is, and even working with them, sitting at the table with them, teaching them how to flip through their Bibles. They haven't been to church in weeks, and 8 weeks now. And of course we have like little Sunday school, whatever, when the 10-year-old wants to teach the other ones. Doesn't always work out so well, but we do try. And we're having family prayer, at least a few nights a week. And of course we tuck our kids in every night. We're praying over them and all the things. But these are questions in there. Literally each week has a different theme. So 1 week alone, we go through, 1 week alone, the theme is the Lord's Prayer. So every day there's 5 verses of that. So every day we break down a different verse and then use different verses to support it, ask questions. What does it mean to, forgive our trespasses, or how do we forgive people when we don't want to, or how do we just ask for our daily bread and not worry about the things that happen, after tomorrow. So it was really great to go through some of that and be able to put some of those thoughts together. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to dig in to the Word and have a reason to share. I basically just looked at my own kids and I thought, what do I want to teach them? I asked some of our parents at our local school and thought, what do they like to share with their kids, or where are areas that they struggle in their family life or their home life? And then I thought about our own experience in teaching children's church and Sunday school. And I thought, okay, if I had the chance to teach these kids a little bit more, what would I want to share with them? What would I want to teach them? We've lost so much time with these kids. Not being able to see them week by week. So in some ways, this is my way of giving back to them, if our mamas want to share with them. So I would really love for some feedback. So I'm grateful to just share it with you guys. I'll put the link in the comments below. All you need to do is put out your email address. And when we're completely done with it, which will be the end of this week or sometime next week, I'm hoping for this week, we'll literally just drop this in your inbox and you can download it, you can print it out. Sorry, these aren't the prettiest pages. But there you go. So you guys would be able to have all that. If you're interested, it's just my way of sharing with you. And I am curious what your kids, want to hear, what you as a family are struggling with, dealing with, want to cover with your kids. I love the conversations over the breakfast table that are not times of conflict. And when we have that with our kids and make that connection, that never goes away. So I am so grateful for that. I'll link the link below as soon as I sign off here for you all, so you can just check that. Thanks, Mom. You're making me nervous. I can't pay attention to all these people when you come on here and talk to me like this, honestly. Mom. So again, just don't forget the landing page. Once you sign in your email, it'll pop up and it will show you the blog. But I just want to give you a little friendly warning. When you click through the blog, yes, it is about our little NIV Adventure Bible. So if you ordered it today, I'm sure you'd have it in time for next week. Amazon seems to be getting a little bit better. But the blog also is a lot more story about foster care, our time in foster care, than I planned on. So there's a little heart story in the middle of all that. So maybe bring your tissues or just be prepared. It's not really an affiliate link. It is, but it's not. It's more of a foster care story. So I just thank you guys all for humoring me. I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I'm so excited that we're actually making it and actually doing it. And I can't wait for you to see the finished product, and I am listening for your feedback because it was a lot of fun, and maybe I'm just gonna do some more just for fun. I don't know. But I think that's about it. I guess I'll see y'all on the other side. Have a great day.